So, few demi-human. Make it last lay. Hey, duelist. Nice to see ya. Dark Souls 3, nice. Oh, I'm actually, I really like the idea of replaying Dark Souls after my deep lore dive in Elden Ring, because I think even though it's Elden Ring, I think my perspective on the storytelling in regard to Dark Souls has changed a lot since my last playthrough. So it would be really interesting to look at everything with a new perspective in Dark Souls too. But yeah, I'm just still busy with Elden Ring. Because considering that the storytelling hasn't changed, and that's what they said in interviews, maybe the storytelling in form of references, allusions, and parallels to main characters was already present in Dark Souls, and maybe the community hasn't really noticed that. So there might be a lot that maybe that's undiscovered as well. I don't know. But that's what I would assume, maybe. Shit. Oh, he's also one of these bird telescopes. Three smithing stone, 7. I have to change the Ash of War, I think, for Balearis. Hmm. This area definitely seems a little bit empty. What? Ah. Oh, he's the Ash of War Seppuku. Seppuku. Oh, that might even line up with some other ideas that I had. Here comes the storm. Shoot. Okay, let's fight the dragon first. Otherwise, I can't see anything. Oh shit. Oh my fucking god, no, 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 no. Oh my god. Ah, got him. Usually I struggle with them, but it kinda worked. It seems like, yeah, I think this item was looking directly at the... Is it at the spot where the seppuku... We found the seppuku? Was it looking at the cave? Golden Rune 11. Yeah, the seppuku was here. It's so bright, but I think it's night actually, because it's always night as it seems on the mountaintops. What the fuck there? They're floating pieces of snow. What the fuck? Okay, Borealis no problem, but these things... I see lobsters. he looking at the moon? No. What? Oh shit. Oh, it's a lot of damage. Hyrule, hey, it's just another lore run or playthrough, like where I'll try to watch out for environmental details, some kind of storytelling and form of item placement as well. It's building up on my videos and some kind of theory or interpretation. Where it revolves around that the protagonist is, in my opinion, probably the reincarnated Godwyn with lost memories, though. So, yeah, it's not it's not about just a specific challenge or so. So, I try to have to build or create some kind of yeah, to go with a build that that contains some themes regarding Godwyn. No, I think you could interpret a Godwyn build in different ways. Most would go with Deathblight stuff and Death Knight sets, but I had some other ideas where it's more about his heritage and some themes regarding America and Godfrey. And that's what I'm going for. And it builds up on my videos as well. I mean, if you ever want to check them out, you can might want to watch some on my channel. Just a little advertisement here. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that there is one Godwyn Build or so. I mean, yeah, everyone could interpret this the way he wants. Okay, we got 2 sleeping lobsters over here. I think this area is kind of crucial, not only because of the America's Church. Here are some items as well. And especially with the moon. Because in this area here, in this specific area right next to the church, the moon is clearly visible. And there is, I think, one corpse over here somewhere. There should be at least one. Oh, there it is. It's a corpse sitting in a chair, looking directly to the moon. It's this one. No, almost directly to the moon. And I'm more than convinced that this moon is actually the moon. I mean, it's a crescent moon. And I think it's the moon of Renna. The original America. In some way. The girl and probably the Empyrean or goddess from Farm Azula. And it all started with her death, actually. So, and that's why we probably find here 3 smithing stones. 3 smithing stones, 7. some kind of bad omen in regard to this moon, crescent moon. Bad omen, crescent moon, and I think it refers to her death, which with everything in regard to Radagon or the Golden Order in some way started. And it kind of makes sense, especially when it comes to this, to the symbolism of the statue, because I mean she looks kind of sacrificed, not sacrificed, crucified, and it was even at the moment of the war against the giants where she already died, and in the past, in that way it kind of fits that we already see those statues in the first Church of Marika, because it was already Radagon at this point. But there's another item over here. Oh, Samba Stone minus Bell Bearing. Are these just 2 lone graves? 2 solitary graves? Is that it? That's weird. Wait. Oh yeah, that's it. I'm associating the twin theme with Marika or with Rena. A bit of a stretch, but maybe it's also supposed to hint at her death, maybe. Materia leaf. Oh, my chat boxes. Why is this chat box moving? So this seems to be related to Americarena, in my opinion. The spirit tuna. Themed around her, probably. Five Ateria leaves in front of a tree. Hmm. I mean, the themes fit kind of well, I would say. Like blue flowers, wolves, carrion related, spirit tuna, also. Oh, these are kind of interesting. A crystal cave moss instead. This one is even looking at crystal cave moss. Heroes Rune 1. A rune arc. A gold rune 10. And, okay, there was nothing more. Well, never mind. Wait, what? Around 12. 2 freezing grease. Oh, jeez. Where are the snails? Invigorating white cured mead. Another one at the tree. Oh, that's a beautiful tree, by the way. I don't think we have trees like this in the game usually. Are there trees like this anywhere else? It's so green. The description sounds a lot like those, like the warriors of Godfrey, actually. Seeking for an honorable death. Cured mage. What else do we have? Oh, there's one. Godwyn Run 6. Oopsie. All right. Ah, fuck. I took the wrong path. Where's the fucking snail? What the fuck? Does it only appear after I beat both of them? Gotta kill both? Oh damn. I was hoping that I don't have to do that. Come on bro, can you just stop please? Oh damn it, the timing. Got him. Oh, let's go. Where is it? Where is it? Where? Oh, here it goes. Whoop whoop. Oh. So in a circle of black flame pillars around the castle. Soon they will grow to become the death of the Dagods. Excessive attacks restore HP. Are there many weapons that restore HP on hit? I mean, there's the Serpent God. The God Serpent Great Curved Sword, I think. Millennia's Great Room does it as well, I think. Upstairs. Oh god. Everything's still 8. Oh, let me get the map first. Oh. So many barricades. Those of great bow. Hello? Bro. Oh, I wanted to get the shield out. It's a bit more aggressive than the other ones, I would say. I'm just wondering if he has any special attacks. One interesting thing about Vike in this other jail is that he's using the 46 spear. The double spear, the red one. And the Storm Assault, this one. Yeah. And, yeah, there we go. Storm Assault as an Ash of War is really interesting. It's usually found in Stormvale. Not only speaking of Stormvale, but the 4-6 spear, or the double lightning spear, the red lightning spear, is speaking of the strongest of the dragons, I think. Anything here? Nope. Oh, an item with a marionette in front of it. Five-old Fang. The hitbox. Damn it. Hey, Florum. Good evening to you as well. Oops. Okay, at least one item is here. 2 Thorfrost boluses. So I think we are done with that part over there. I'll be right back. Any thoughts on this part of the game? Any new ideas? Yeah, I'm expanding some of my interpretations that I already had. It's not much, but I don't know if you have been there yesterday, because so the part over here right before we walk over this over this path, that's pretty, yeah, over this dangerous path, it seems like the area before seems to revolve around our yeah, it seems like it revolves around Godwyn's resurrection in Stormvale, and it seems like that this path, this dangerous path, is like more or less symbolic for our slim chances and the all the obstacles that we have to go through to until our resurrection. And it seems like even the Hermit Merchant here at the very end contains possible related items, like the recipe for rejuvenating boluses. And there are some items on this path as well. Like, for example, the Lost Ashes of War are in the middle of this path, probably referring to our lost memories, or in general the forgotten events of the past. Lately, I'm thinking a lot about map design, because I think sometimes the stories that they are telling through item placement is not just revolving around a small area, but even the whole map sometimes is designed in a literary way. I mean, I pointed out waterfalls, for example, at one point. But and sometimes I think they were anticipating where the player would go through, and then I think they plan to tell stories and place references along specific ways sometimes. In this case, for example, from here to here. Sometimes it is along roads, and sometimes it's along rivers, for example. Because here in Consecrated Snowfield, there's a river, a long river going through the Consecrated Snowfield, which ends up at a waterfall and then continues to this lake. And it seems like it is revolving around the whole river from Consecrated Snowfield up until to the lake. I think it tells Radagon's story in some way. It's probably also the reason why we find Anastasia, for example, on the river. Here in the middle we find Anastasia on the river next to one of the Kaiden warriors. Probably referring to the Long March and the slaughter of the Tarnished at some point, in which Radagon poses Marika. It ends up with a malformed dragon, referring to Radagon using the powers of a dragon. And then we get a waterfall. And once again, the waterfall symbolizes transformation. And Radagon, with the powers of a dragon, is becoming, at some point after the banishment, of course, Elden Lord. And this is why the Shack of the Lofty with Juno Hostel is placed here, probably. And Juno, because Juno Hostel seems to be a parallel to Radagon. And Juno Hoslow also became the ruler of House Hoslow without any resistance. And in the same way, I think Radagon became Elden Lord without much resistance from Godfrey after his banishment. And today I realized it might even continue here, because I think even afterwards, I think it seems to end up with the shattering at some point here. And I think the fact that we find here the Edge of War seppuku might fit to the interpretation that it ends up here with a shattering. There are not many references though. I mean, the Lord Cortenda's Everjail fits also to the theme, because I think that the imprisoned Varg is somewhat symbolic for the imprisoned Radagon, or Radagon's true self. And I consider Radagon the Lord Contender in a way that he strived to become a real god, which he almost achieved. But as you know, Marika said to him that that he's not a god yet. And I think Marika kind of stopped him with the shattering. Okay, let's see. A lot of undead. I think it's likely. Yeah, I think so too. And what's really interesting is a few days ago, I've read an interview in CG World about the concept how they designed Elden Ring, and they started pretty much with the map design. With the map, I mean, the map of the lands between. That's what they started with, and there's an interesting sketch where you even can see how they outlined rivers and roads, just in a broad way. But you can, I think, you can see that they definitely thought about like main aspects of the map and of specific roads. Does the DLC have a similar design as well? Good question. I have to say I'm way more focusing on the base game, but I'm already intrigued at looking at the DLC again in this playthrough. So I would say so, probably, yeah. And I'm wondering because considering that they had the same storytelling in Dark Souls. In Dark Souls, it would have been way easier probably because it's more linear. Your path is kind of set in stone because your path is determined. So, and because this is open world, it's probably way more difficult to anticipate where the player would go, which ways he would go. Maybe that makes it even more difficult. In Dark Souls, it would have been probably way easier to see that there might be some meaning to the level design as a whole. I don't know, but yeah, it's just an assumption. I don't know much about Dark Souls lore, to be honest. But what you can definitely see in the DLC is, I mean, besides that they might tell stories through references along roads or rivers, you can clearly see that they designed areas with different themes in mind, I think. For example, it's I think the first area revolves a lot around the slaughter of the Tarnished and them being grafted to Radagon and the Elden Ring. It's even the end boss of the whole area, like Godric, who contains exactly these themes. Someone with the powers of a dragon, someone who's slaughtering and grafting Tarnished. So I think even the end bosses of a specific area fits the whole theme that the region probably revolves around. Sometimes, at least. Or for the most part. It's mixed up, nonetheless, sometimes. And what I wanted to say is that in the DLC, I think there you can clearly see that the areas are also designed around specific themes. They are also associating colors with areas, for example. In the CG World interview, they said, for example, I mean, you can see it on the map, right? Limgrave is associated with the color green, for example, they said, and they had the color blue in mind when they were designing Leonia, the color red for Kaled. I mean, there is some kind of concept behind it all. I can't say if it counts for if it is the case for every road, but I try to see at least some yeah, it's like recognizing networks, and in some cases it works, I would say. For example, I'm pretty sure of the river here in Consecrated Snowfield Mountaintops, that it tells a story along the road, or the dangerous slim path over here. And I'm already convinced, for example, that there's a story told along this road here. It seems to revolve around Godfrey, for example, and the banishment here in this pass, and ending at the bridge. And from here on, it revolves more around Radagon, for example, and Poison along up until to the Third Church of America. There are different themes going on that are quite interesting. For example, the path over here revolves a lot around the poison too. This nomadic merchant and turtles and poison. And turtles are also associated with the color green. But it's so, they're just designing these things heavily with literary meanings in mind, and that makes it incredibly vague and hard to decipher in a way. The color thing is definitely an important clue to the bigger picture. Even in the first year of the community, doing lore hunting on the theme of colors came up many times, like hair and air color too. Yeah, I mean, colors are an easy way to... I just think they work... I have the feeling that they work definitely like artists. They are not like just building or creating a logical... I mean, yeah, when I'm saying that they work like artists, I think they work with ideas in mind, or colors, or emotions, or specific concepts and ideas, and they are interpreting these themes again and again and again in different ways sometimes. And of course they will try to, you know, match colors and themes and ideas, probably, I think. In a way that it kind of fits. It's a little bit like writing a song, probably, or composing it, because so in the end it should fit together, right? The rhythm and melody, and in this case it's the themes and colors. It's so hard to see sometimes if there's an item, because the items are highlighted with a white glowing effect. There's Lily. Sunrealm soldiers. And yeah, I think the community, I mean, it's probably one of the first things that you recognize that there's something going on with colors. Because they stand out way more than anything else. Never really know if I missed something. I'm really fascinated by Night Rain, for example, because I think especially in Night Rain you can see that it's not like in a boring logical way structured like Skyrim, for example. The NPCs and the remembrances and the boss designs revolve not around specific immersive cultures or so. They are designed with themes in mind and ideas in mind, and are especially more freely designed. So they're not limiting themselves with a lot of stuff, I think, and therefore they end up with really interesting designs. And in the end, I think it's more about the ideas and themes behind them and the illusions that they contain. And that they shouldn't be considered that literal sometimes. I swear, it should have been items somewhere. And you know what's my problem with the DLC is? I think the DLC is in some way it's like between the base game and Night Rain. Night Rain seems like it has almost no literal connection to the base game, and it's designed in a really creative way. Like, they just let go with their creative ideas. And I think the DLC stands between them in some way, where they still try to make it connect to the base game. So the base game, in comparison, seems the most immersive, because it's the world we play in, right? I mean, this is the lands between where everything happened, probably. And I'm still convinced of the idea that the DLC is some kind of dream world. I just think that's the biggest problem, because people still expected that, that everything that happens in the DLCs happened literal, like, but their storytelling and the way they are designing these characters, etc., works differently, I think. I don't think that they have an immersive perspective in mind when they're creating these characters, bosses, or these environments. I think that they try to make it look immersive. Afterwards, but I don't think that's how they primarily design these things. Am I running around the same area again and again and again? Oh, the night cavalry. Maybe it's like the nightmare we go to when touching the corpse of Nicholas in Bloodborne. Yeah, someone made a similar comparison. It's just that I don't know Bloodborne. I don't know the lore of Bloodborne. But it sounds a bit cheap to design things in the dream world, right? And of course, FromSoft probably don't want to look like want things look like it's always in a dream world, but I think the way they are creating these things, like interpreting ideas and parts of the main story that in the end mirror those things. If you have this approach, you automatically end up with things that could be described as dreamlike, because they are meant more symbolic and to mirror things and are not exactly literal, these things. So, but there are different levels. It's on the meta level, it's more dreamlike, I would say, where you see these things symbolic and as illusions and references. But I think they always try to make it look immersive, and that I think they try to give the opportunity to interpret it in a literal way, so that there is some kind of illusion of immersion. But I think to solve everything, to solve the lore, I think you have to look through this facade of immersion. I think a lot of people don't want to do that because it's kind of disappointing for some. Oh, 3 stimulating boluses. Is there anything down here? World that many people can go to. Yeah. You could imagine it like a psychedelic theater where different scenes happen that mirrors something from the real world in some way, or reality. And I think that From Software is probably designing almost everything in this way. But also, but they are working with double meanings a lot, so that they could be taken literal in the end. They are obscuring the illusions, I would say. I already have some ideas in mind for Let's Finally Crack Elden Ring Part 2, where we're speaking about this. In the next video, whenever I will produce it, about the creative process of From Software, or I'll probably focus around on that. Yeah, the crystals are really interesting. Good catch. So these, they look like the stone that you usually find in Altus, with those golden stuff in it. But they look like they are either frozen or crystallized in some way. I can't tell. So it's like golden ore, frozen or crystallized. But what's interesting is there are, I think there are at least 3 of those rises that has these stones in it. In them. It's also Lennis rice. Lennis rice has also these stones in it. And there's another that only has those little shattered pieces of these in them, and it's the Mirage rice that has also these little stones in them. But yeah, definitely interesting. I can't really say what they're supposed to mean. What they mean. I mean, maybe it's about crystallization of gold in some way. Or cold gold, like maybe it's frozen. Probably something about crystallization of gold. Oh, they're even here in this. You can even see them in these little boxes. Oh, that is something I haven't noticed yet. That's cool. Did you see that? That's kind of interesting. They're everywhere here. And there aren't even usual gemstones in here. Like normal gemstones, I mean. Upalite? What's Upalite? A dark moon, by the way. They are also frozen on the other rises, yeah. But I don't know if they are frozen or just crystallized. I mean, like frozen is almost the same like crystallized, but it just looks like there's something on them, like some kind of shiny surface that they have. Stone that goes under UV glows, like fluorescence. It's probably the term for that, right? Yeah. Well. Pounding rain of stars. I think it was Selen who was using this sorcery, right? The glimpse of the primeval current that the astrologers saw became real, and the stars amber rained down on his land. Stars amber, I think it's an interesting choice of words. Oh yeah, heretical rites, as it called. Okay. I'm pretty sure that there have been items somewhere over here. Like gravestones, maybe over there. Snow Valley Ruins Overlook. Oh, I just realized that the giant skeletons aren't spawning. Is it not night? Oh no, there they are. Oh, my bad. Yeah, here we go. I somehow forgot there's a bridge over here. What? Both? Oops. I forgot how. He appeared like an incantation at the start. That's true. The same tree than the one in Niger and Limville, but I don't really know if it means anything. Hmm. I can't tell either. So. So what do we have? Is it just oh, okay. He just died here. Okay, never mind. Should I go down there? Is there anything? Probably not. No, there's an item. Godwyn Run 10. Okay. Wow. 10. It's probably an incredibly bad idea to jump down there. Oh yeah, we haven't progressed the questline of Gold Mask and Corin. I think they usually appear right next to this, next to these chairs. And we have a really great view on the passage as well. That's kind of great. Ah, why does it become so dark? What? Is the weather changing? Let's see if we can progress the questline of Corin and Gold Mask. But we need a lot of faith, I think, for the incantation. Oh, we haven't learned it yet. Anyway. Where's the Pope?
Greetings. Do you... Oh, what have we here? Very well, let us both learn together. Heresy is not native to the world. It is but a contrivance. All things can be conjoined.
Oh no, we need 37 ints. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, the Twin Sage crown gives us 3 int. No, even no, even 6. Yeah, okay, let's go with the Twin Sage. Star is an heirloom. 20. What about America's Scar Seal? 23. Anything else? Nothing. Nothing increasing int. Okay, our last hope is probably the physics. Flask of Wondrous Physic. Oh no, and the Great Room. Wait. So right now we have 28. I should be enough with the physic. Probably. I hope so. Anything else increasing stats? Probably not. Nope. Okay. Let's see, how much do we have? Yeah, 38. That's enough. It looks turquoise? A little bit. So for those of you, if you ever want to continue Gold Mask and Corn's quest line, you can do that even without putting points into intelligence, just by using some equipment to increase your instat. Let's see. Red Against America. Oof. Which did I use? can I? Need to. Whoops. Okay. Oh, it's all fine. Yeah, I can gotta go down there. These commoners are so strange that they're sitting here. Okay, let's shock Gold Mask. Bro. Did you know that Gold Mask got a voice actor?
What on earth did you do to the Master? Well, not that I'm complaining. Master's finger moves again, resuming his cogitation. More than good enough for me. I haven't the words to thank you. So I'd like to pass this on to you instead. A glimpse into the heart of the Golden Order. Documented by yours truly.
He's giving us now, after telling Gold Mask that Radagon is America, and after receiving the Golden Order totality gesture, we received this incantation depicting the breast shield, which, according to Corin, relates to the heart of the Golden Order. They already found some cut voice line of Gold Mask, but it's just a word probably. It's not really clear what kind of word Gold Mask said, because there was something that he says after you're telling him that Radagon is America. There's some cut voice line where he probably says something like "what." Something that, yeah, some kind of surprising reaction. The Light of Regression. Never used that spell. The incantation.
Furthest indeed.
But now we can continue the quest line. I'm more and more intrigued by the passage, by the way, because so many things start to click now. It's not only this catacomb; it's also probably the hero's grave that is related to our resurrection, and the passage symbolizing our or the dangers that we have to, the obstacles that we have to go through until our resurrection. Everything here fits as well. It's not only the merchant. I think it's even Corin and Goldmask. Probably. Because the theme of Corin's and Goldmask's dialogue revolves around yeah, that Goldmask is it seems like he also wants to burn the Earth Tree in some way. And it reflects the will of the greater will, who's leading us with the guidance of grace to the mountains of the giants to burn it down. I never really noticed that it's looking directly at this passage as well. Because while Radigan is trying to hold on to his own reign and his intentions to actually kill us in the Chapel of Anticipation, or Godwyn in the Chapel of Anticipation, the Greater Will at some point decides to let us journey through the lands between, and even guides us to this mountain to burn it down. Right. This one, by the way, this merchant down there is selling the recipe for rejuvenating boluses, which also fits with everything. It's sometimes interesting because from top down, it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, they decide a theme for this area and this one, but from the perspective of us, often the player, because of the vertical different levels, they seem kind of connected, right? But I think they are related to all. I think sometimes the references are even connected, interconnected through verticality. Yeah, maybe even the map description. Maybe could be. I'm still wondering about the map description though. But it's definitely highlighting this passage. Yeah. Where is it? I don't exactly know if there's some kind of illusion contained in it, but it's definitely highlighting this passage. So it seems like a lot is revolving. When it comes to the references, I think this is definitely an important part of the map, right? And to me it seems right now that yeah, there might be a lot to it. Let's see, what do we have here? Probably smithing stone or so. Yeah, some smithing stone 9.
Nice to see you. I can't believe you've come all this way.
What's also interesting in regard to the whole theme that it might be might be about our resurrection is that we meet Millicent down there, who says something that yeah, in a way that she knows who we are. It's a bit odd to in her dialogue, in my opinion.
Do you need something else?
It doesn't have to mean much. Might be that it even fits the whole theme of the area.
I've been gripped by a terrifying thought. The rhythms and calculus of the Master's finger betray a suspicion of the holism of the Golden Order, a conceit, I am afraid, that cannot be overlooked. Oh, but how could this be? I dread to even entertain the possibility, but somehow I cannot cast aside my doubts about the Master. Tell me, have I simply lost my head? Only, if the Master were true to the Golden Order, why would he think to breach this forbidden mount of fire? Oh, Master, put my mind at ease. Dispel these fearsome thoughts. I want to place my trust in you, to be your scribe.
Yeah, he wants nothing to be the perfect Elden Lord, but he kind of is shattered and broken in the Earth Tree. And I think at some point, the Greater Will probably sides with us and hopes that we will at least restore the Elden Ring, because no one else is capable of doing so, as it seems. It fits really well with the whole interpretation here. Oh, these are beds with red fur. Oh, that is strange. Both of these are nascent butterflies, but for some reason, one of them are translucent and the other are not. Usually, most of them are like bluish in this area for some reason. The fact that we see some of them like in the grayish color, it's weird. So when it comes to the whole twin theme, I think a lot, when it comes to the twin theme, it's often relating to America, I think, or to Renna. It's the both crescent moons. It's the jellyfish sisters are also referring to Renna America, I think, and maybe even these two. And I think because the twin theme, as I interpret, is in most cases like, it's about the same person, but about a former self and the future self. Similar to how I interpreted D. Like the hunter, D is like a former Godwyn the Golden, and the other Devon and Darien, and the other one is the resurrected Godwyn. And I think they made the same, just the same design when it comes to Marika and Renna, or Renna and her future self. One thing that's also intriguing is that they it was completely unnecessary to mention the number 14 here. She's saying that when they were 14, they promised to see the stars. And I think that Renna already had this idea of killing herself, or to let the Elden Ring and herself vanish, even in the Farm Azula era. I think probably even then they she longed for death. So in the number 14, I think is deliberately mentioned because they're coding things with numbers. And I looked up if there are any items placed 14 times. And there are actually 2 items placed 14 times. And that kind of convinced me that there is something to numbers sometimes. So in these 2 items that are placed 14 times are in Farm Azula. So that's why I link all of this to the maiden in Farm Azula as well. So let's see what do we have here. Freezing Grease 2. Yeah, it's probably about the butterflies because there's nothing else in here in this area. Too empty. I bet it's about the butterflies. The items and questions. If I remember correctly, the items placed 14 times in Farm Azula are arrows. I think it have been holy arrows and lightning arrows, as far as I know. I can't tell the exact name, but it should be arrows like 14 times placed. You can look up, you can search for them in the interactive map, for example. You just go to an map genie or Elden Ring interactive map, for example, and you just type in like 14x. And then usually you get all the items that are placed 14 times. These interactive maps are not always complete, so there might it's possible that they overlooked an item that is placed 14 times, but it seems like there are only 2 items placed 14 times, and these are in Farm Azula. And both of them are arrows. I think one is wholly related, the other one is lightning related. So there's nothing else here. It should have been. Oh, my controller's broken. Damn. Let me look up again. Genie. A lightning great bolt. It should be lightning great bolt 14 times. Also on Farm Azula.
Where did you go?
Yeah.
You promised me when we turn 14, we go to see the stars. I've been waiting ever
So for some interesting reason, they are linking the Jellyfish Sisters to Farm Azula through this number, and especially because because the number is so incredibly rare, it only appears in this dialogue and in Farm Azula. I think we can consider that this is some kind of allusion to Farm Azula, and the only thing that for me makes sense and how I connect everything together is that yeah, as I said earlier, I think it's all about Renna, some kind of carrion princess and spirit tuner, sorceress. And the jellyfish are also representative for her. I mean, they are even moon. They are real life moon jellyfish, by the way. So these jellyfish are also related to moons. They are just not called moon jellyfish, I think, or are they in the spirit ashes? No, but I think there might be something that even relates them to the real life moon jellyfish. It could be the scientific name for them even. Wait. Yeah, because the real life moon jellyfish are called Aurelia. It is the name of the real life moon jellyfish too. So these are related to the moon as well.
You promised me when we turn 14, we go to see the stars.
So, according to my interpretation, I think Renna, the current princess of Farm Azula, and probably their goddess, associated with the crescent moon, died in Farm Azula. But her soul was taken in by Radigan. From there on, was kind of posing as Marika. And the Jellyfish Sisters as twins, because, I mean, she says when they both were 14, so you can consider them twins as well. I think it's about Renna's past self of Farmazula and her future self after the in the current era. And it seems I interpret this dialogue like it was probably Renna in the farm era who already longed for the end of the Elden Ring and were opposing the Elden Ring in some way. But yeah, she was killed. History is repeating itself, and then at the end, yeah, the story is kind of repeating itself. And her future self also opposed the Greater Will at some point. But both of them were longing for the age of the stars. Both of them were longing for the stars.
Dear sister, you're finally here. No time to waste. Let's see the stars.
I think that's what it's about when they say, let's see the stars. Because Renna's past self and current self both long for the age of the stars, of freeing themselves of the influence of the Greater Will. And even the little grave behind this ruin, it's also, as far as I remember, it should be white and purple color coded. Is it white and purple, or is it just yeah, it's white and purple color coded. So once again, white and purple color coded for Marika. The one in the black hood. Aurelia and Aureliette, who never saw the stars. Oh, some trainers really. I'm not quite sure what the arrows are referring to, or how they are related to Marika. It could be. It could even be that the 14 golden arrows and lightning great bolts, maybe they are more linked to Radagon, But who killed Renner? Someone who's aiming for her, you know? Oh, jeez. Are there any items here? Oh, there's one. Oh. Boah. God damn it. Okay, there's a Godwyn Run 10 at least. Let me just quick change the Ash of War. Ah, whatever. So, okay. Even the Jellyfish Sisters look like they are color coded in a more bluish white tone and a purple tone. Aurelia is usually a little bit more purple. So they are too white and purple color coded in some way. Another Godwyn Run 10. That's the second one. Can I? What the fuck is this? There's an item. 5 human bone shards. Oh, there's another item. And Godwyn 11. that was probably it. Wait, shouldn't be a mariner over here? Halfon Steeple. Oh shit. I can't see anything. Shit. Oh, the goddamn ghost flames. It's interesting that they spawn at every daytime in this area, or the other possibility would be that there's no night and day cycle in this area as well, and it's always night. Oh, they... The priests inside the wings were visible really well a few seconds ago. Another detail that I've never really noticed is that they even have corpses inside the body. If you look at them closely. Oh, come on. Oh, no. No! Oh, shit. Oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit. Almost. Almost. Come on! Death Ritual Spear. Half and Steeple is really a whole new level of lore theory crafting for such a small description. Yeah, exactly. It feels like it feels like such a small item. But it looks like there's so much to it. And I have to say, I even think that we have to extrapolate from the Half and Steeple in some way. I already have an interpretation, but I don't know if it actually fits in the overall story. Do you want to hear me yap about the Half and Steeple and what my ideas are to that right now? So it looks like a tree? Yeah, could be. I have to be honest, it reminds me a bit of the tree that is growing behind Godwyn's corpse. It could be a deathroot tree, maybe. We got a lot of deathroot here nearby as well. So it would fit, I would say. Do I not have the armor sets? Mm. The same decorations for its pointy bits on the roof that is walkable. What do you mean by that is walkable? Same reason for its pointy bits on the roof. What exactly do you mean by the pointy bits that is walkable? Do you mean like the mausoleum, honorary mausoleum? Oh, in the DLC. Submerged chapel. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, okay. Yeah, the architecture looks a bit like the design of the Halfon steeple. Yeah, that's true. It's also similar to the Harlech tree in some way, just that it's not black. I do not connect anything literal to Night Rain, to be honest. Because I believe that Night Rain is just mirroring base game stuff. Steeples often contain belfries, is that true? I have to say that I don't really know what a steeple is. Oh, this one of Mausoleum is so annoying. I have to make it come down. Good to know. Ah, yikes. Let's go. Oh, no, I've changed the edge of wall, sure. Oh, again, both of them. The translucent one and the blue one. And a summer smithing stone. What the fuck? There are smoldering butterflies down there. Wait. That's weird. Okay, guys. I'm done for today. Yeah, I already went into the, visited the avatar over here. Yeah. It's an interesting ability. I don't know why it's... Yeah. Maybe it's just emphasizing some kind of twin theme, maybe? We're almost done with the mountaintops already. I think the only part of this missing is Castle Sol, and then from here on this fort over there and the peak. I mean, and yeah, we still have the hero's grave as well, so there's still some to discover. But yeah, that's it for now. Bye bye, guys. Thanks for coming by. And yeah, good night.